Welcome to Marney's Minutes, where I share my advice, lessons learned, and best practices on various topics.
Today's topic is entrepreneurship, sales versus marketing, and the role that each skill set plays. Think of marketing like strategy. You're going to define the market you're going to go into. You need to understand what the opportunity is out there. And then you need to define who is your ideal customer. Are they currently going somewhere for this product or service? Do they even know that the solution that you are about to provide is a problem they have? So understanding who your target audience is and the way that you're going to position your product or service to fit their needs is key in this initial step. Once you do that, you're going to need to build awareness in the market. If there are other products or services that may or may not be similar or even slightly comparable to the customer's viewpoint, you need to really understand how you are going to differentiate what you have and why it's potentially better for your customers. Once you've established all of this and you decide that it's a go, then marketing sets the cadence for the go-to-market strategy. This is something I truly didn't appreciate back when I was a surgical device rep and I thought sales was the end-all be-all. And then I got into the marketing department and boy, did I have a lot to learn. I'm going to emphasize that if you are going to be a solopreneur where it's just you're launching something new, maybe you're doing consulting, these are nuances that you have to understand. If you cannot define why you're unique, do a needs assessment on your customer, and then understand how to properly message and where to send the messaging out to the value proposition of your product or service, you're never going to get off of the ground. Now, let's talk about sales. Sales is all about the execution. Marketing has told you where the target is, they've painted it for you, and you now need to go out and take what would be an ideal customer, that profile, and convert them into hopefully a long-term and loyal customer. Now, a lot of people say, do you really need experience in both? I wouldn't have to say that you needed to be able to be in sales and in marketing to be able to go out and be an entrepreneur. However, if you did start with a sales background, not bad. In fact, if you're at a large company and you're even thinking about at some point wanting to have your own business, what I suggest is if you start in sales, make that transition over into marketing. Some things you need to understand. When you go from sales into internal or corporate, as I used to say, you are going to take a big pay cut. There are some outlier instances where that may not be the case, but by and large, prepare for it. This is something that you may need to sit down if you have a family and discuss with your partner. Can you afford to scale back on income? And if so, what is the big picture plan? Me personally, I left surgical device sales. I went into medical education, which sits in the marketing hub. And I spent about 4 years honing my skills, learning a bunch of things that I needed to understand, like the training aspect, like marketing, and then the medical education build out. And so it was about 4 years of me taking a really big income step back. At the time, I could afford it. I didn't have dependents on me, but this is something that you need to take in consideration. The other nice thing is when you go from sales, especially in the same company, into marketing, a lot of the initiatives that marketing rolls out is sales dependent. You could come up with the best campaign with the best new product or an iteration on a product already launched. And if sales doesn't have buy-in, it's never going to get off the ground. And that's a problem if your key performance indicators are tied to sales taking that and basically moving it down the line. So the credibility that you get when you come out of the field and into marketing is going to be huge and could attribute to a lot of the success you have later on. Another thing I will say to this is come out humble. Once again, when I left sales and I went into medical education and marketing, I thought sales was everything. It was so hard. I was out there converting. I was out there talking to customers and making a pivot on a daily basis. Come in understanding that you probably know nothing about what you're about to enter into, that marketing is this incredible world of strategy and in part assists on execution. And to just understand that you don't, in fact, know everything. Now, if you are in sales and you want to start up your own business and become an entrepreneur without formally going into a marketing department, I highly suggest that you read some marketing books that you maybe just get online and start reading blogs and articles. Some of my favorites out there are Crossing the Chasm by Jeffrey Moore, Upstream Marketing by Tim Koltzer. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Marketing Made Simple by Donald Miller, and The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Al Ries and Jack Trout. So I would say that's my tips on where to begin if you're looking to become an entrepreneur.
Thanks for watching Marney's Minutes. If you found today's topic useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.